So today's topic is a budget proposal. It's a work setting, but it uses expressions that you're going to hear everywhere. So like always, we're going to listen to the short clip first, then we're going to review everything that was said, then we will check your understanding with some questions. Just to warm up, which of these compound words can you hear? There's only one right answer that he uses. Take a listen and try not to look at the subtitles.
All right, let me lay it out for you. Approving this new budget will help the whole company run like a well-oiled machine. Until now, we've wasted time and money across the board. Sure, it's not the cheapest option short term, but think of it as laying the groundwork for bigger savings down the line. Plus, the team's been struggling with outdated tools for too long. This would be a game changer. It's a chance to stay ahead of the competition. I also think that many members of staff would be grateful. So, you'd be boosting morale at the same time.
I never know where to look when someone else is talking. Did you get it? It was a game changer. Don't worry if you're not sure why that was used or how to use it. We will go through that and everything else in a moment. But pause the video now if you want to take a look at the comprehension questions. We will answer these at the end. If you're okay with that, let's begin today's review. So he said, all right, let me lay it out for you. So straight away, we have an expression here. To lay it out for someone means to explain something clearly. I laid it out for him the best that I could. I explained it to him. I explained the situation the best I could. You can also say in layman's terms, be careful that this might sound a little bit arrogant because this is being used in a business setting. It's okay. But if you said to your friend, all right, let me lay it out for you. Let me explain everything. It can come across as a little bit arrogant. So just be careful. In a work setting where you're trying to present something, it's totally fine. Approving this new budget will help the whole company run like a well-oiled machine. That's a common way of saying that something's gonna work really well, efficiently, smoothly, things like that. Now that we've hired more experienced staff, things are running like a well-oiled machine. That makes sense. If you have good experienced staff, everything's going to be nice and smooth. Until now, we've wasted time and money across the board. Across the board just kind of means everywhere, like not just in one department, across the board, company-wide. Sure, it's not the cheapest option short term, but think of it as laying the groundwork for bigger savings down the line. So he says laying the groundwork there. And this means to set a foundation, a strong starting point. Imagine building a house, quite literally. Laying the groundwork is everything you need to get ready before you put the house on top of it. You can't just start building, you need to set a foundation first. And you can think of this being used not just for a physical house, but for a project or anything like that. After months of researching and laying the groundwork, they finally launched their product. So they did everything they needed to do to prepare first, then they launched their product. You can also say setting the stage or paving the way. So are we okay so far? He's saying this budget that he's trying to ask the company to approve of, it might not be the cheapest short term, it might not be the cheapest option right now, but it's going to set a good foundation to have bigger savings or to save more money later down the line meaning later on in the future. Let's have a look at the second page now. Plus, the team's been struggling with outdated tools for too long. This would be a game changer. That was what was used in the warm-up exercise. So it means something that makes a big difference or a change to a situation. People use this all the time in so many different situations. The iPod was a game changer in technology when it was first released. So you can think of the whole world as being like a game. Until the iPod came out, we had CDs. That was what was used. Everybody wanted a smaller CD Walkman. I still remember having one trying to fit it in my pocket. But then the iPod came out, it was a game changer because suddenly now everybody wants that. It made a huge difference to the way people listen to music. And I also put here a breakthrough or a turning point. So not quite a worldwide change like an iPod, it's a big change to their company. It's a chance to stay ahead of the competition, other companies. I also think that many members of staff would be grateful So you'd be boosting morale at the same time. Boosting morale, making the mood, the atmosphere better at the same time. All right, so that was everything that he said. Let's check that we have got a good grasp of the meaning behind it. First question, has the company been thinking long-term or short-term? Been thinking meaning until now. Well, he said until now, we've wasted time and money across the board. That doesn't exactly tell us the answer, but then he says, sure, it's not the cheapest option short-term, but think of it as laying the groundwork for bigger savings down the line. So he's suggesting that now we should be thinking more long-term, which is going to kind of imply that before then they were thinking short-term. Second one, why is the speaker suggesting it's okay to spend more money now? Well, it's kind of around the same place. He's saying that it's laying the groundwork for bigger savings down the line. We're going to save more money in the future, even though we need to spend a bit more money now. And as a side benefit, he's saying that staff are going to be happier with these changes. So the answer I put, long-term savings and happier staff. Okay, so speaking of happier staff, the last question, why might other members of staff like this proposal, this budget that he's proposing? Well, he did say that it would be boosting morale, making them happier, but why? He gave a little clue up here. Plus, the team's been struggling with outdated tools for too long. So he's saying maybe they don't have the right computers, maybe they're slow, maybe they don't have the right software. Whatever it is that they're being asked to do, they can't do it effectively right now, and this budget would change that. It's going to make everything better, so that's why they would be happier. So the answer, updated tools and more efficient workload. They can work more efficiently. I hope all of that was useful for you. Thanks very much for watching. Go have a coffee, enjoy your break, and see you again.